Hey there guys, I still don't have a tripod because I suck. I'm the worst. If you notice, my background looks different. That's a window. That's a treadmill thing. So I moved rooms. In the process of that, I discovered this thing, which is a film trivia thing. It says film trivia 100 questions. So I thought I could go through it and see how many of them I know. I think probably I'm assuming the answers are like on one side and the questions are on the other. So let's see how many I can get and just reading them. Now the problem is, since I don't have a tripod, don't know what I'm gonna do here. All right, I'm sitting on the ground, so hopefully that works. And yes, it's crooked. I don't have a tripod, so this is on the chair that I was just sitting on. Okay, let's see. Question number 1. Who played Judge Dredd in the 1995 movie of the same name? Sylvester Stallone, I think. Yeah, it was. Okay, so I noticed they actually have the answers on the bottom of the same thing, of the same card. So like the little white thing is the answer. So I don't know, like, I'm gonna have to like cover it with my thing. What is the name of the rabbit that Donnie keeps seeing in Donnie Darko? I've never seen this movie. It's like Bibby or it's Bibby or Preston. James Gandolfini. That's the rabbit's name. Frank, of course. Obviously. Frank. Obviously it was Frank. Obviously. In which Batman movie does Heath Ledger play the Joker? Dark Knight, obviously. Not The Black Knight, which stars Martin Lawrence. Very similar movies, so I can understand. What was the first sequel to win an Oscar? The Godfather Part 2, I think. Oh, Godfather Part 2. Who won an Oscar in 2005 for Best Actress in $1 Million Baby? Hilary Swank. Hilary Swank. Who directed the film Inglourious Basterds? Quentin Tarantino. Complete the title of the Madagascar sequel, Escape to Africa. Okay. Who played Bella in the Twilight film series? Kristen Stewart. In which animated film does Steve Carell play the role of Gru? Despicable Me. What movie action hero is played by Sylvester Stallone? What movie action hero? He's been in a lot of movies. Rambo, is that what they're looking for? Rambo. Who played Jason Bourne in The Bourne Identity? Matt Damon. Obviously Matt Damon plays Jason Bourne, but I was trying to think if Bourne Identity was the one that stars Jeremy Renner, and then I was like, if Jeremy Renner is the main guy, then maybe did they get somebody besides Matt Damon to do that? I don't think so, but it's Matt Damon. Yeah. In which 1994 film did Bruce Willis appear as the boxer Butch Coolidge? Obviously, that is Pulp Fiction. I'm trying to show that I'm like covering with my hand. I'm like covering it. What kind of animal is King Kong? Oh, this is gonna be a trick question, huh? I mean, he's an ape or like a gorilla, but I think I when I was in like 5th grade, I got the novelization of the King Kong movie because that was around the time it came out. And in the novel, it goes into a lot of detail about how it isn't just like a large gorilla. The animals on the island aren't just large versions of animals. They're like distinctly evolved separate species that happen to look like enlarged versions of those other animals. So this is going to be some weird, like, not technically a gorilla, but I mean it's a gorilla. Oh no, it says gorilla. It says gorilla. I was completely wrong. And I should be ashamed. Which 1986 comedy movie carried the tagline, "One Man Struggled to Take It Easy"? God, I don't know. One Man Struggled to Take It Easy, 1986? I don't know a comedy movie that came out in that year. Risky Business? Caddyshack? Is that around the time? One Man Struggled to Make It Easy. To Take It Easy. What? No idea. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That makes sense. But he's not a man. He's a high schooler. It's not one teen's struggle to take it easy. I wouldn't consider a 16-year-old a man, especially in a movie that is so about like high school. Misleading tagline. I'm gonna find whoever wrote that marketing tagline. I'm gonna say, hey, no fair. Who seduces Benjamin Braddock in The Graduate? I'll tell you please, Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson. In what movie is the main character a young boy named Kevin McAllister? Oh, Home Alone. Which movie villain wears a hockey mask to hide their face? That is obviously Jason Voorhees. But he wasn't the killer in the first movie. That was his mom, and then he was a killer in the second movie. But I think he didn't get the mask until the third movie. I think in the second one he's wearing like a pillowcase with like a single hole through which he is watching with one eye, I believe. Who does Ben Stiller pine for in There's Something About Mary? Well, he's pining for Mary. Is this a trick question? He's pining for Mary. Are they asking for the actress? The actress is Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz, fun fact, went to the same high school at the same time as Snoop Dogg. So there you go. I think it's in Ventura or something. Complete this film title. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It says, I know what you did last, and then blank. I know what you did last summer. Complete Buzz Lightyear's catchphrase to infinity and beyond. Who played the male lead in the 2013 film Gravity? I guess George Clooney is like the closest thing to a lead that movie has. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, the closest thing to a male lead that movie has, since Sandra Bullock is alone for like 75% of the movie. Who played a younger version of Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black 3? That would be Josh Brolin. Who played Vito Corleone in The Godfather? Vito? Vito is the old guy, right? It's the Don Vito. That sounds right. Am I still in focus? I'm probably not in focus. Don Vito, played by Marlon Brando. This thing is really not straight at all. Don Vito, Marlon Brando. Mila Kunis is on here. I don't know why they think somebody would think Mila Kunis played Don Vito Corleone. Who played Jake Blues in the 1980 film Blues Brothers? No idea. Absolutely no idea. It was John Belushi. I knew he was in the movie, but I didn't know which character he played. Who played Andy Dufresne in The Shawshank Redemption? Andy Dufresne was played by Tim Robbins. Don't even have to look at that one. Who played Steve Biko? Biko? In the film Cry Freedom. Don't know who Steve Biko is. Don't know what the film Cry Freedom is. Frankly, I don't think this movie is real. I think that it's made up for this card, but I have no idea. Oh, Denzel Washington. Never heard of this movie. Which film earned Tom Hanks an Oscar in 1994? Tom Hanks, Oscar, 1994. I'm going to guess it's Pulp Fiction. No. It's Forrest Gump. And guess what? It's Forrest Gump. Who played Agent J in Men in Black? Agent J is Will Smith's character. Will Smith, the greatest YouTuber in history. I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that adjustment is better. Okay, let's see. Agent J, Will Smith. Who directed the 2013 movie The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug? Well, that's Peter Jackson. Is he Sir? Sir Peter Jackson? Jackson, Peter. Yep. Actor Anthony Daniels is best known for playing what Star Wars character? C-3PO. 3PO. Yep. Who directed the movie Iron Man 3? This is kind of a trick question because Jon Favreau directed the first one and the second one. The third one wasn't directed by Jon Favreau, though it was directed by somebody else. The guy who wrote Predator and then later directed Nice Guys. Shane Black, I think. Shane something. Shane Black. I'm a genius. Who starred in the lead role opposite Scarlett Johansson in the 2003 film Lost in Translation? Bill Murray. Directed by Sofia Coppola. Who directed Wall Street, Platoon, JFK, and Born on the 4th of July? I know that Platoon was directed by Oliver Stone. So, Oliver Stone, yes. Who played Gollum in Lord of the Rings? That is frickin' Andy Serkis. Yep, Andy Serkis, and he's going to the circus. Who played a young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? It was River Phoenix, Joaquin's older brother, who tragically died of multiple drug intoxication at the age of 23 at the Viper Room. This was in the 90s. What is the name of Quint's boat in Jaws? The Alaskan bullworm. The orca. Got that one wrong. What two actors play the rivaling magicians in The Prestige? That would be, obviously, Hugh Jackman is one of them. The other one is Christian Bale. That's correct. What color is Mike in the film Monsters, Inc.? This is discriminatory towards those who are colorblind. That is unacceptable. But Mike Wazowski is green. Yep, he's green. Which film by the Coen brothers features narration by Sam Elliott? That would be The Big Lebowski. Which of these 2013 movies stars Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, and Amy Adams? Well, okay, I guess I can't read any of the... Because if I was reading this to somebody, then I would read, like, all the 4 movies. But since I already... If I uncover, like, my hand like that, then it'll show all the movies, but the correct one is in white. So I can't do that. American Hustle. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. In which continent is Leonardo DiCaprio movie Blood Diamond set? Africa. And he has to do an Afrikaans accent to play a white South African. Who loses a hand at the end of The Empire Strikes Back? Luke Skywalker. Which actor played Garth in Wayne's World? Well, it was Dana Carvey and Mike Myers, but I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know which is Wayne and which is Garth. I'm going to guess Dana Carvey is Garth? Dana Carvey is correct. I'm a cool guy. Who directed The Hunger Games? Oh, crap. Who directed The Hunger Games? Who directed The Hunger Games? No idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Gary Ross. Of course. Gary Ross, you guys. How can you not think of Gary Ross? No idea who Gary Ross is. Who eats a fish called Wanda in A Fish Called Wanda? John Cleese is in that movie, right? I'm going to say John Cleese. Oh, it just says the characters' names. So, Otto. Does John Cleese play Otto? I don't know. If he does, then I get half a point, I guess. Complete this film. Title: Saving Private Ryan. Who directed the film 2001: A Space Odyssey? Stanley Kubrick. Or Kubrick, if you're like a cool guy, I guess. Who directed Blazing Saddles? That was Mel Brooks. And his son, Max Brooks, wrote World War Z, the book on which the movie was based. Finding Dory is a sequel to which animated movie? Finding Nemo. The story of the film The Aviator was based on the life of, was it Howard Hughes? Howard Hughes Jr. But I mean, he's the one that people know, right? Like, it's kind of redundant to say. It's kind of redundant to say that, right? Like, I feel like I get a point for that. I get a point for that. Willem Dafoe plays David Caravaggio in which film? No clue. The English Patient. Never seen it. The only thing I know about The English Patient is like that episode of Seinfeld where they don't want to go to watch it. The movie High Fidelity is based on a book by which author? No idea. High Fidelity. That's like an action thriller type movie, right? No idea. Nick Hornby. Marilyn Monroe starred in which of these classic movies? Okay, this is like... I'm just going to skip this one because there's no way for me to like read it and not know the answer since the answer is in a different color. Who played Ferris Bueller in Ferris Bueller's Day Off? That would be Matthew Broderick. In which decade was the classic movie Casablanca released? It was released in the 40s because World War II is like a big part of it. So obviously, that was, at the time when it was taking place. Yeah, the 40s. Who directed Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? That would be Christopher Columbus. Or, if you're Spanish or Mexican or something, or Spanish speaking, it's Christopher Colombo. Who played the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman? That would be Jack Nicholson. Not Nick Jackelson. Heath Ledger was nominated for the Best Actor Oscar for which 2005 film? 2005, that would be Brokeback Mountain. Yep. Travis Bickle is the main character of what gritty Martin Scorsese movie? That would be Taxi Driver. Who played the pilot Maverick in Top Gun? Tom Cruise. You're writing check. Your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. Who directed the movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Steven Spielberg, and he said that he wrote it about his experiences as a Jewish person. He moved to a neighborhood where like he was the only Jewish person, and he wanted a friend when he was a kid, and this is like what he based the movie on. Who played Neo in the Matrix trilogy? That would be Keanu Reeves. What was the last movie in which Roger Moore played James Bond? Oh, God. It was one in like the 70s, right? Fudge Crackers. That's not a James Bond movie. Fudge Crackers, not a James Bond movie. No idea. A View to a Kill. Which of these actors played the lead role in Silence of the Lambs? Oh, that's Jodie Foster. Okay, it says Anthony Hopkins. Oh, I guess actors is implying male in here. I would have got that anyway, but I would argue that, I mean, he only had like 14 minutes of screen time, right? He's like the least amount of screen time somebody's ever won an Oscar for that movie. So he's not the lead. An actor can be ambiguous. It can be male or female, so I don't know. Who played the role of Superman in the 2013 movie Man of Steel? That would be Henry Cavill. Alan Rickman plays which character in the Harry Potter films? That would be Severus Snape. And in the film series, what is Rambo's first name? John? It's John. Who co-wrote and starred in Hot Fuzz? That would be Simon Pegg. Yep, Simon Pegg. Who directed the 1971 film Clockwork Orange? Stanley Kubrick. There aren't a lot of these types of questions, but Stanley Kubrick gave the answer for 2 of them. Who directed the film Braveheart? Who directed the film Braveheart? That would be Mel Gibson. David Fincher directed which big hit film in 2010? 2010, David Fincher, that would be The Social Network. Yep. In what year was Brave released? Oh, God. Brave? Oh, Jesus. 2013? 2012. Damn it. Alright, let me look at this again. Which of these films starred the late Philip Hoffman Seymour? That's why it tripped me up. Philip Seymour Hoffman, not Philip Hoffman Seymour. This is a typo. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to whoever made this game, I guess. Which of these films starred the late? Okay, late, and it was released in 2014. Probably the last film that he was in was Hunger Games, right? Hunger Games, like the last one. So it was like, fucking, what was it called? Breaking Dawn. No, that's a Twilight. Mockingjay. Is that what it is? Mockingjay Part 2. Oh, it was A Most Wanted Man, so I wasn't even close. In what motel is Janet Leigh killed in the movie Psycho? Bates Motel, obviously. Great TV show. In what movie does Kevin Spacey dream about a nude high school girl covered in rose petals? That movie did not age well, and it was American Beauty. Which movie does Angelina Jolie play a single mom? It's spelled it the British way, mom. Who returns home from work to find her son missing. Is that Changeling? Yep. In what year did The Deer Hunter win the Best Film Oscar? It was in the 70s, I'm going to guess. 1976? 1979. I was wrong. Robert Redford and Paul Newman flee to what country in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? Oh, it's somewhere in South America. Brazil? Bolivia. Damn it. In which year was Skyfall released? 2012. Who portrayed Malcolm X in Spike Lee's autobiographical film? Well, it can't really be an autobiographical film if it's like the filmmaker. It's not the filmmaker's life. It's based on an autobiography, but I don't know, not the same thing. It was Denzel Washington, though, obviously. Flick is the leading character in which film? Flick? Oh, that's A Bug's Life. Yep. What is the name of Jack and Dina's cat in Meet the Parents? Whiskers. It's Mr. Jinx. Is it named after the Pokemon in blackface? The 1964 film Zulu is set in which country? Zulu, probably somewhere in Africa. West Africa, like Nigeria? South Africa. Completely wrong. In what city does Spider-Man live and protect? New York. Who won the Academy Award for Best Actor in 1980, playing Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull? That would be Robert De Niro. Who played the title role in the 2013 film The Great Gatsby? Alright, this is another trick question because the title role and the main role are not the same thing because the main role is played by Tobey Maguire, but the title role is his friend, obviously Gatsby, who is played by Leonardo DiCaprio. So I'm going to guess Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, that's who they're talking about. Why did Freddy Krueger have attached to his fingernails in A Nightmare on Elm Street? They're not attached to his fingernails. It's not how it works, but it was knives. In which movie did Kim Basinger play a Bond girl? She was from the 90s, right? So, Die Another Day is an option. Or GoldenEye. I'm going to guess Die Another Day. Never Say Never Again. Of course. Who is Scarlett's first husband who died in the Civil War and Gone with the Wind? Oh, that would be Pemberton Bentlenash, obviously. Charles Hamilton. A lot more normal of a name than I expected. Which Die Hard movie also stars Samuel L. Jackson? That would be like Die Hard 3, but I don't know the full title. Die Hard with a Vengeance. If that's the third one, I get a point. 4 Weddings and Funeral. It should be 4 Weddings and a Funeral, not 4 Weddings and Funeral. Was released in what year? That's the mid-2000s, right? 2004. 1994? I'm surprised. That's the year I was born. The movie Casablanca takes place during which global conflict? World War II. Like I said earlier, it was filmed during that time, so obviously that makes sense. Hugh Jackman is best known as which of the X-Men? Wolverine/Logan. Shakespeare in Love starred which award-winning actress? I'm not sure if they mean Judi Dench or Gwyneth Paltrow, but okay, this is an interesting one because Gwyneth Paltrow won for this movie in one of the first big pushes for an independent film to win an Oscar by the Weinsteins. You can watch that video. That's how the Weinsteins controlled the Oscars or something. But So Gwyneth Paltrow won for this movie. So would they be describing her as an award-winning actress, even though she won for the movie, or would they be describing Judi Dench, who had won, obviously many awards in like her really long career? But Judi Dench or Gwyneth Paltrow, I assume, is who they're referring to. Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow is who they were talking about, and Judi Dench isn't even on here. But yeah, deceptively worded question. Who starred opposite Jack Nicholson in As Good as It Gets? Is Diane Keaton? Helen Hunt. Damn. What is the name of Atticus Finch's daughter in To Kill a Mockingbird? No, Boo Radley's the guy played by Robert Duvall, so it's like Scoot or Bucket. Bucket. Her name's not Bucket, but it's like something like that. It's like Scoot or Reed or God. Scout. I said Scoot. It's Scout. Damn it. Who played the male lead in Terminator Salvation, Avatar, and Clash of the Titans? That would be, I don't know why I was going to say Wentworth Miller, even though he looks nothing like him. Frickin' Sam Worthington? Sam Worthington. Who is Lightning McQueen's love interest in the movie Cars? Sally? Is that her name? Sally? Oh yeah, Sally Carrera. Which silver screen star played Proximo in Gladiator? Oh, this is the one who died like halfway through production, and so they had to like do CG on him. Was it the guy from Harry who played Dumbledore, the first Dumbledore? That would be Richard Harris, right? Oliver Reed. I was thinking of a different character, I think. In which movie did Brad Pitt play the role of Mickey O'Neill? Mickey O'Neill, Irish name, Irish movie. Snatch, I'm assuming. Yep, Snatch. Oh, and I'm done. So I guess when I'm editing, I'll see how many of these I got correct. I'll probably do something like this again soon. I have a couple other ones that are pretty similar, so I guess we'll just see.